it's Mary with Stamps-N-Lingers, and it is Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, which means it is time for a video. So let me do a real quick refresh over here to be sure I'm actually doing something. It takes it a minute anymore. It used to be really fast, but now it seems like it's really slow. I don't know what the deal is. It just keeps saying waiting, waiting. I see people coming. I see people talking, you know, chat wise, but I don't know if you can hear me or not. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Oh, there we go. Okay, now it looks like it finally caught up. All right. Hello, everybody. Now I hope you can hear me. Okay, good. So maybe you could hear me before that. I don't know. Maybe it's just my computer. All right, so a little bit of housekeeping before we get going, and I'm going to post this. It'll start to post on my blog probably this week, and it'll be out in my newsletter. It'll be on my business Facebook page. This will be our last Thursday YouTube for a few weeks. I will be live this Saturday at 7 p.m., but that will be our last YouTube until I'm going to say the 13th, 14th, 15th, like the 16th of May, okay? Because I will be away and will not have internet to do the YouTube. So there will be no YouTubes and no Zoom the Craft Room starting next Thursday, all right? So again, I have a whole graphic and it's really pretty, and I will be posting that for certain sure. Hello, everybody. Hey, Amy, appreciate you joining. All right, so this is our card for today. It is a combination of the Submarine Life bundle, which is a punch bundle, and the ever wonderful Beauty of the Deep die set, which I am so happy. Beauty of the Deep, the whole bundle is carrying over into the new catalog. So that's awesome because I really like the whole bundle, really, but the dies are my favorite thing ever. All right. Well, not ever, but my favorite watery dies. How about that? So we have floating by just to say hi. And all of the colors are current with the exception of the ink and the cardstock and then this DSP. That is our new Summer Splash, which I thought was really appropriate for a watery card. Okay. And then I've paired it up with some Mango Melody and some Granny Apple Green and Crushed Curry. And I can tell you, never in a million years would I have put those colors together on my own. But there was a color challenge and I said, I can do this. And so I did. And then on the inside, we've got, I love the little squid dude. He just cracks me up. So I did him three times just because I like him. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Everything will be on my blog tomorrow, so you really don't even need to take notes unless that's just how you roll and you like to take notes. I'm going to start with a piece of Summer Splash cardstock that is folded in half for, for my card base. Regular top folding tent fold at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And what I did, because I'm going to use a smaller panel of DSP. Hey, Cecilia, appreciate you joining. Hi, Bonnie from Wisconsin. What I did is I took the little bubbles image from the stamp set and I kind of just stamped randomly all over the card front. Okay, now I'm probably going a little further in than I need to, but it's so much easier than going back. And I didn't. I thought I stuck my finger in the ink pad and I was afraid I was going to have an ink catastrophe. Aren't those the cutest little bubbles? This is a really darling set. And I'm not usually a kid kind of set, you know, silly sets aren't really my thing, but this one appeals to me and makes me smile. So there you go. And when you're stamping these images like this and you want it to look like a little more natural, if you can turn your cardstock or turn the ink, or not the ink, the stamp, so that it doesn't stamp the same way every time, it will look more random. Now I'm going to show you another random thing here. I don't really need it on this edging, but let me show you how to do random without doing random. I'm going to do it in here where I can hide it. Stamp once, and then imagine a triangle, like right there, and right there. So stamp once, stamp the second point of the triangle, and then a third point would be right there. Okay, and when you've done that, take these two as a point of a triangle, and then imagine in your brain's eye a triangle over here, a point, and then another one over here, okay, and then another one over here. Now, imagine if that was a flower and not something so mundane as bubbles. It would give you a random look, but it would still have enough organization to it that you were getting the coverage that you needed, and still it looks right, okay? I don't know, we learned that, I want to say that was Shannon West from Stampin' Up! Did that on a demo maybe at one of our events. And I've always kind of remembered that because I like to stamp randomly, but I always work really hard at it. All right, so there are our bubbles. I'm going to clean this because I'm going to use it again. Hey, Jean, I appreciate you joining. And I'm excited that you have this set now. Yay. I know the scuba masks on the little sea animals are just too stinking cute, aren't they? Okay, so there's our card front. And now I'm going to take a piece of the Summer Splash DSP. And this is one of the new designs. And let me show you, I can show you the other design too. It's kind of fun. I got to find the other one. Here's one in Shamrock. And this will actually this is also Summer Splash. So when you get this, you're going to get sheets with this design front and back, and then you'll get stripes and this beautiful botanical. One of my favorite color family DSP designs ever. All right, so we're going to adhere this to a panel of Melon Mambo, and that's going to become our card front. So we're just going to use some liquid glue. I saw this bubblies and I was like, that looks like water to me. It officially looks like water. It's water. I'm pretty sure it's water. All right. And you know, after I got over going, how in the world am I ever going to use those colors together? It actually turned out to be okay. It turned out to be a pretty good color combo, certainly for an underwater scene. Okay, so let's set that aside. And I'm going to get my submarine going. And we're going to stamp the submarine in crushed curry. Hello, Catherine. Hey, Carolyn. Appreciate you joining. I'm glad you caught us live. We're going to stamp the submarine it's almost a moral imperative that it be yellow. It just kind of has to be. It just kind of has to be. And if you think about what your punch is going to do when you stamp, you'll be a much happier camper. So I know I'm going to orient it like this. I'm going to keep it down near the bottom of my cardstock. And you know what? That's fine. That'll be fine. It's a little darker than I had the first one, but that's okay. Maybe it's an older submarine. Yeah. That's probably it. It's got a little oxidation on it. All right, and then I'm going to punch this out with the Submarine Life Builder Punch. I'm going to get some extra pieces that I don't need, and I'm going to set that aside. And then we do all live in a yellow submarine. Yeah. By an octopus's garden in the shade. That is how much of that song I know right there. I'm done. I have no other memory of that song because I'm so young. Yeah, no, not really. And I forgot to put, no, I didn't. Apparently on one of these blocks sitting here somewhere is my propeller. Oh, it's on the back of my submarine. Duh. All right, so I'm going to clean that so I don't get ink everywhere. Now, you can see our propeller wants to be, I'm going to kind of stick it in a corner so that I can just cut it out. And I'm going to angle it a little bit, but I'm going to turn it. You can see that the prop shaft is towards the inside of the punch, so you'll have a much easier time if you orient your stamp like that when you're getting ready to punch. Okie doke. We all live in a yellow submarine. I know, it's a catchy tune. But I don't think there is such a thing as an octopus's garden. If there is, then it's well beyond me. Okay, so there's our two little parts for our submarine. So let's go ahead and put them together just a little bit with a little bit of liquid glue. There we go. And I'm just going to set this over here so it'll dry. And now we're going to make our little circle guys here. Okay? So I'm going to stamp my crab in Melon Mambo and my octopus in Granny Apple Green, and then the little snorkeling starfish in Crushed Curry. And I have used my stylish shapes. I've got one of the smallest circles and two of the next large. Oh, I'm sorry. This is not the smallest. It's the next to smallest, and this is the second to smallest. There we go. I know, would it even be a submarine? That's a question for the ages, really. Okay, so we're gonna do our Crabola first in Melon Mambo on one of the larger guys. Okay, we'll set him aside. Close the Melon Mambo, Mary. Don't be silly. And then the starfish almost has to be Crushed Curry. And he is on the smallest of the circles, right in the middle. Okay, there's that little face. Oh my God. I mean, really, why would they need snorkeling equipment? That's why it's funny, because it's so goofy. All right, and then we'll put that away and get our Granny Apple Green out. Where did you go, Granny Apple Green? I bet you're hiding right here. Yep, you are. Yep, you are. Okay, here we go. Octopus's Garden in Richmond, Washington. It has plants, card jokes. Oh, how fun! That's too fun. Yes, Catherine, the good news is Submarine Life and Beauty of the Deep are both carrying into the new catalog. So yay! All right, now my little octopusy. Oh, he's so cute. I just love him. He's my favorite. Okay, the starfish is really my favorite. I don't know. I'm sorry, Mr. Crab. You were not my favorite, but I think you're cute anyway. Okay, now I thought it would be fun to give these guys a little water. And I'm using what is, I am pretty certain, the prop wash from the Submarine, but I'm going to make it into water. And I'm going to use my Summer Splash. And I was going to stamp off once. So let me do another one of those, because that does not look right at all. Hang on, I'm going to cut another circle. You know, as I was cutting these circles, I said to myself, cut 2 of each. And I said, no, you won't mess it up. How hard could it be? Answer, very hard. Apparently very hard. Okay, almost done. Coming right back. Don't leave. Please don't leave. Okay, here we go. Just pretend you didn't see all of that happen. You didn't even see that happen. I ruined my little octopus. Okay. Ruined my little octopus. So we're going to try that again. It's like it never happened. It's like it never happened. Okay. Side-eye. Okay. So let's try that again. Now, what you want to do is you want to ink and stamp off, and then you can stamp over the top. And now it looks more like water and less like a jail cell. Okay, so we're going to do all 3 like that. I'll try to remember to put that in the instructions. Stamp off once. If I don't get it in the instructions, just do it. Don't be like me. All right, and then this little guy. And you can kind of see that when I get to doing the second part, I'm aligning I'm making it so that the waves don't all line up, if that made sense. Okay, now we have some die cuts already done, and we are going to adhere them to our card front. Now, here's what we've got. Wait, okay, there we go. Are you ready for the undersea garden? The undersea garden. Okay, we have 2 Melon Mambo corals, and they're going to go like this, roughly. Okay, yes, I know I'm not doing the even odd thing, but boy, when I did 3, whoo, let's just say there was a lot of coral on here. Okay, and then these guys are going to kind of go in and amongst. So I'm going to start by adhering these. Yes, Rosie, I'm not going to lie. I'm a little bit focused on trying to get gone in 1 week from tomorrow. And it is, I did just make the decision today in consultation with the folks on my Zoom the other day. Was it the Zoom? No, it was after our business meeting, our team meeting last night. My friends, Amy and Karen, confirmed that if I'm going to take Finn to get him groomed on Thursday so that he can swim with some hope of not just being a tangled mess when we get him picked up. Because swimming and Australian Shepherds is a surefire formula, if you will, for tangles. Yes, tangles, tangles, tangles everywhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take him to the groomer on Thursday when we're not having a Zoom because it's at the same time. And then I'm going to pick him up and we're going to take him directly to the kennel. And I'm going to drop him off the night before, because the thing that actually stresses him when we leave is packing. When we start to pack, he thinks he's going on a trip, and I have no way of telling him he doesn't get to go. And so he gets all excited and he spends the whole time excited, and I just can't do that to him. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay some of these die cuts out, and we've got some Granny Apple Green corals, and we've got some crushed curry corals, and this is just kind of roughly where I want them to go. And obviously I have my sample that I'm looking at, but if you were doing this cold, if you will, cold, then you would want to just put them together and set them out on your card front until your brain said, what? Until your brain said, there it is. And once your brain says, there it is, that's when you start adhering. Okay, so we're going to put this guy up here. This is obviously not going to be a good spot for that. So that might be right there. Because I don't want to be able to see it, right? I don't want to be able to see the, I don't want to be able to see the bottom of it, but I do want to be able to see the rest of it. Okay. Then that guy's going to go like that, and he can cover that coral up if he wants. It's okay. And yes, Faith, I'm not going to, this is the first time in a while that I've been a little panicky about leaving the dog, but I'm feeling a little panicky about leaving him this time. And there's nothing wrong with the place. It's a wonderful spot. I just, you know, he's older, I'm older, and I'm less inclined to want to leave him. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to snip off the bottom of that. Hey, Susan, I'm glad you were able to join. I'm just going to snip off the bottom of this so that I don't have to push that die cut quite so far down if I don't want to. Okay. Like that. And then this guy's going to go roughly right there. And then our submarine is going to go, come here, submarine, right here like this. And he's going to pop up on dimensionals, and then we're going to have a sentiment. Sentiments are good. I like a good sentiment. Everybody likes a good sentiment. Okay, so that's actually pretty good right there. Let me get that hanging Chad out of the way. Hanging Chad. So anyway, that's our plan. So when we are hair on fire on Friday morning trying to get out of here, we won't also be taking the dog to the kennel because he needs to go there when it's unstressful. And by unstressful, I mean me not pinging off the walls completely. More than I already will be. More than I already will be. Okay. So we're going to put these back up here kind of in place. Don't let it go above the top of your fold or you're going to have sticky out coral that is not something you want, okay? You don't want sticky out coral because it will have a problem when you're trying to put your card in your envelope. All right, and then we're going to use these guys. See how I'm using my Twizzlers as a third hand, or even, you know, just a second hand. Not a minute hand, more like a second hand. I'm going to put this up here just a little ways. Okay. And you might think I should be putting those little animal guys in place, but we're going to do a fun little thing with some baker's twine here in just a second, once these are on. Oh, come here now. All right, let's put that like that. And then this like this. And those like there. Okay. And then this guy will go on. Okay, now we're going to make it. I thought it would look kind of like, if I did it, I thought it would look kind of like fishing line, but more like the rope that they use to, you know, like tie up the boats, more like that. That's what I was going for. If you don't think I hit the mark, don't tell me. Just smile and nod and be like, Mary, that is the coolest idea I've ever seen ever in my life, ever. And I'll be like, yeah, I know. Okay, so I'm going to use some crumb cake baker's twine. And here's kind of how I did this, okay? There is no way to tell you exactly how to do it. So you're just going to kind of have to do it. I just kind of made me a loop like this, sort of. It worked way better. Here, let me do a little bit of straightening. You want it to be straight so that you can curl it. You have to straighten it so you can curl it. Judy, if you lived close enough, I would let you come dog sit for me, because that would be very awesome. As I said, as I've gotten older, leaving him has become harder. So there you go. Okay, so I'm going to put me a loop right about here, just as a starting to kind of see where it's going to go. And then I'm going to bring it down here, and there's going to be a loop at this coral. And then it's going to come down here and have another loop like that. And then it's going to loop down here under Mr. Starfish, like so. And then what I did is I just didn't cut it quite yet, okay? So we're going to use a glue dot to start with. And I'm just going to adhere it right there like that. And that'll be my starting point, like so. Stay down, you. Okay, and then we'll get another glue dot. This is exactly the most persnickety part of this whole card right here. And you know what? If you decided you didn't want to mess with it, just don't mess with it. I promise you'll be fine. It'll still be darling. It's just an additional thing. And so kind of stick that back on to see how it's looking. Okay, because even with the glue dots, you've still got kind of some time to play with it, okay? They're really kind of forgiving. You can play with them for a little while and move it around. All right, it's probably going to look a little different than the original, and that's fine too. I don't like that at all, though. It's just not doing what I want it to do. There we go. Let's try that. So stick it down in a loop. There we go. There, that's going to be better, I think. Yes, like so. Okay. Remember, details. Take the time. It's paper. Make it do what I'm doing. That isn't what I wanted to say at all. What I wanted to say is make it do what I want it to do. That's what I tried to say, but not very well. And you can see I'm sticking that on that glue dot, and then I'm making my loop, and I'm sticking it back on the same glue dot to hold the loop in kind of place, okay? And then we'll have another loop up here. Oops. The perversity of an inanimate object, and we'll do another glue dot. Oh, glue dots, where are you? Where are you, glue dots? Come to me, and you'll see. Oh, guys, have you guys seen the new movie named Wonka? It's not Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It's called Wonka. It's really cute. I like it a lot. Okay, now I'm going to cut this. It's very cute. That was where I got the song. That's where I got the song. Okay, now before I start really adhering everything hard, I'm going to do another layout right quick. to be sure I like it. And I've got everything very high right there, don't I? I have everything. Let me see if that's, maybe I was just imagining it. There we go. We'll bring it down like that. And I need to move this guy. This guy is not behaving well. This is a misbehaving baker's twine loop. Okay. Now we're going to bring it down and loop it down here better. There we go. And you do have to kind of look at him to see where he's looking. You know what I'm saying? Or you'll end up with like, he'll be upside down. And that's nobody wants an upside down starfish who is snorkeling. I mean, come on, man. That would be crazy. Okay, so now I've got this. So what I'm going to do is the thing I always tell you I like to do when I am working around loops or bows or baker's twine or any of those things, and I'm trying to use dimensionals, I put the dimensionals right on the card front. Okay? Just like this. And then just stick this over the top. Be sure they're all hidden, and they are. We'll pick up our little dimensionals right there. And I can just tell you straight up, I'm going to go over 30 minutes today. I'm sorry. The loops take the time they take. Alrighty, here we go. We'll pick this one up and repeat. Alrighty. Like so. And you can kind of turn him so he's swimming at a fun little angle there. And then this guy only really needs one. We'll put two back to back. Look at that. It's like a full dimensional. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay, so I pulled him down, so I'm gonna slide another dimensional into there. Okay. Now we're gonna adhere our submarine, and then with some more dimensionals, and then I'm gonna do a quick sentiment. All right, we're gonna put these on like so. Oops. And then we'll put our submarine on. Thanks, Judy. I appreciate you. Thank you for the reminder there, Rosie. All right. And go ahead and let him overlap your coral. Let him overlap your little animal peoples. It's all good. I'm going to slide another dimensional into there because I could feel him. He's a little wobbly, people. A little wobbly. Thank you, Tina. I appreciate that. Oh, thank you, Sandy. I appreciate that, too. Okay, slide that under. Okay, now, while that just sits and thinks about what's going on, thinks about the haps, I am going to stamp just floating by to say hi in Summer Splash. And I did not pre-cut the label because the label is really close to the same size as the die. So I wanted to line that up after I stamped it. So that's Summer Splash. And now I'm going to go off screen for just a second, and I'm going to use this little squat guy. And you can see he's very, very close. So I'm going to get him all lined up off screen. Okay, I'll be right back. I wasn't actually sure this was going to work, but it did, and so I liked it. I didn't want it to be any bigger because it was going to hide the whole thing. It was going to hide way too much stuff, like the whole submarine. Let's see if I got it. Oh, yes, I did. Okay. Yay, me. All righty. And now... Oh, thank you, Rosie. I'm glad you were able to sign in. All right, let me see. Where's my actual card? We have two Rosies on today. We have Rosie Keene and Rosie Walker. Yay! I'm glad you were able to catch us live today, Rosie Walker. All right, now this little guy is going to tuck under that and be right about there. It need let him overlap, go off that edge, but not over the edge of your card base, okay? So once again, dimensionals on the card base. Like that. Double check that those are where you want them to be, and they are. So we'll pick up those little lids. And then I'm going to put a little bit of liquid glue right on the submarine, like that. And then we're going to put him on. Straight would be good, Mary. Let's try for straight these days, huh? Let's put him down here just a little bit. There we go. Okay. Okay, that looks good to me. I can probably slide a dimensional right under there. All right. I know, Cecilia, aren't they so pretty? I love that they all work together so nicely. All right, the final thing I'm going to do is use some of these carrying over iridescent adhesive dots. And I am using these kind of bluey ones right here. These bluey ones right there. Okay. And I'm being pretty generous with them because to me they kind of look like bubbles. They're bubbly. They're kind of bubbly, right? I mean, they're kind of bubbly. I think they're bubbly. They're bubbly enough to be bubbly. And is anybody counting? I need an odd number on here, so somebody count for me. I'll just put a few and then I'll count and see what we get. Let's see, we're going to put some over here on the coral. And we're going to put, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope, that won't work. So let me put a 9th one up here. There we go. Okay, and there is our card front. I think it's so cute. I cannot help it. I think it is so cute. Okay, now on the inside, we're just going, and on our envelope actually, we're going to do a little bit of, we're going to make a little scene. Going to make a little scene here, and I am going to use my favoriteest one, Mr. Octopussy. Come here, Octopussy. Oops, let me get this out the way before I get ink all over it. And we're going to stamp this guy, and he's going to be kind of like right there, kind of like right there. And let me do the envelope while I have it out. Well, while I have the octopus sitting out here. Okay, oops. And this is why I always tell people, just go ahead and get all of your Stampin' Right markers so that if you make a little mistake, you can kind of fill it in and you don't have to go, oh, well, that was just borked. I didn't do that at all well, so I have to get rid of it. You don't ever want to have to get rid of it if you can help it. Okay. Not to make a scene. See, you needed to make a scene. Now you now have permission to make a scene. Proceed. All right, and then we're going to put our little crab guy. Here you are. There we are. We're going to put him right here on the envelope. Set him aside, and then we're going to put him right here on the inner liner. Close this up. Melon Mambo will literally jump off of the pad and onto your fingers. I assure you, I've seen it happen to me. I have seen it happen to me. So, all the purple colors will do that. Never is it petal pink. Oh no, it's always Blackberry Bliss or Tuxedo Black. Okay, and we're just putting a few of these little guys down here to make us know that we're in the water still. And then we're going to put them on our envelope. Just a few. One up here. Don't want them to feel... you know what? Let's put one right there too. Okay, that's good. That's good. There you go. Thank you, Rosie Walker. Appreciate you. Alrighty, let's put this aside. And we'll put on our piece of DSP. And then we'll put our liner in and we'll be done. Only about 10 minutes over. All right. Here we go. Isn't this so cute? Summer Splash, one of the 5 new in colors. I do have my in color special bundle still available, so you can get all the things with about 15 to 20% discount, and that includes shipping and tax and all the things. So it'll be one price and you'll get the whole bundle. So check that out on my blog. I won't be ordering those on the 1st when the catalog goes live because I won't be around, but I will order them as soon as I get home. All right, and then I'm going to put this on a piece of Melon Mambo. This is the inner liner again. Yep, we have one more time before we're done with videos. I do have some things scheduled to post while I'm gone, some reels and things like that, so you'll still be able to see some card projects. My blog will post every day, some with card projects, some with pictures of our trip. So I hope you'll sign in and join in. And here we go on the inside. Okay, I'm really loving Summer Splash and Melon Mambo. I did not think I would, but I do. It's so pretty. All right, there we go. Submarine Life and the dies from the Beauty of the Deep die set. And that is what you can get. Just a fun card to say hi to a friend. I appreciate you guys spending more than 30 minutes with me today, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. I will see you on Saturday night. I have a fun card for them too, so I hope you'll join me. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. Ta.